happy Halloween, YouTube. Not so much streamers, but when this video releases, it'll be that spooky time. I'm gonna take away the face camera, and we're gonna play a little game called World of Horror. For those who don't know what World of Horror is a Junji Ito inspired, one-bit, I don't want to call it crunchy, though it is. Call of Cthulhu, crunchy game where you solve mysteries, like you do some number crunching, you try and maximize your stats, and among other things. It was a game introduced to me by none other than Vinny Sauce by watching his channel, and I have done some playings. I have played it a bit. So I'm going to show you what I have unlocked so far. I have unlocked almost all the characters. I actually think I might have unlocked all of them. I have not unlocked all the stuff. But we're gonna give it a shot. I think we're gonna get maybe 2 good playthroughs in, but I think for a good intro to this game, we're gonna go ahead and start a new story. I like this thing. But you get a lot of options to set it up. So there's 2 death modes in combat. Starting new encounters will kill you if you drop below stamina reason. This option will allow you to rethink your strategy, forget spells, or use a healing item. So basically, the second you drop below, get to 0 health, you die. Or with 0 health, stamina, or reason in this one. In this one, which is what I prefer to do, you can go up to -5, but if you start one with 0, you immediately die. These are the difficulties, and there are 2 timelines: the World of Horror and the Occult Capital of Japan, in which basically there are tourists visiting the city in that. But you can customize the playthrough. Let's take a look. City of Shiokawa, Japan, 1980X. Something strange is happening. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. So basically you pick a character and a backstory. Alright, so what I'm actually going to do is randomize it. And here are the characters we have. We have Kiri Minami, female. Aiko Takahashi. Haru, who is a Yakuza tough. Idols, this is charisma-based. Perception-based, because this is a journalist. This person's like a medical person, starts with knowledge. This is like a rebel, so I think she does strength. This is the gun character. This is the only character that can effectively use a gun. This is the priest. Very interesting character to play as. I hope I don't get him, but I think I'm gonna go random. Ayaka Kuroi, is like an eldritch infected person. Yeah, this character, I guess, was part of the history club or like someone trying to destroy the town. And this is like one with a family curse. Who knows? But we're gonna do random. We're gonna do random on the thing. We'll do random on that. No, we won't do randomization. We'll see how it goes. Difficulty is Cultist, True Believer, Harbinger of Doom, Skeptic is easy, Initial. Cultist is like normal, so we'll do Cultist, because we might be wrecked based on who we get started with. Then of course it's 3-mode scenario mode. Classic mode, you pick an old god or infinite mode. And so you just play forever. We're gonna do classic mode. Somewhere a group of people gathers trying to awaken their master. Here are the gods I have elected so far. Herald of the Shattered Court. Basically, these are the gods you're fighting against, and what ends up happening is they add stuff. So this one, every time you complete a mystery, which is the point of the game, a new old god status comes up. This one like forces you to go to certain places. This one doesn't allow you to flee from combat. This one causes all damage around to be increased. This one changes the cost of casting spells. This one makes resting at home more dangerous, and this one like really messes you up. But I'm gonna do random. I'm gonna take that risk. Oh, I can't do a random one. We'll do the one which I personally think is the easiest. The hardest is without a doubt Shithak Atharasu. Just brutal, because if you have a bad combat encounter, you're boned. This guy is probably the easiest to start through. So we're facing, I forget who this was, like, Ithotsu. The supposed cause of the destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has been recently rediscovered as currently awaiting in the Museum of Ooh for its long-awaited premiere. Old gods rule, both you enemies deal exquisite taste. Okay. Okay. I got an old shotgun. We're gonna quit that. Now we get to set what we want for each location. That really sucks. I would rather do that. School. I think I'm kind of forced to do schoolyard. Hospital, we're just going to do enter. B-side, we're going to need a legal den because we're going to need to buy shotgun shells. We only have one option. Forest, village, apartment, neighbor. we're gonna go. I know there's funds in here. Sure, we'll just do Boomer. Why not? We're gonna shower. Small EXP boost. Alright, now we'll see what's going on. So this is kind of the crux of it. You have to solve 3 mysteries. I'll actually check what the okay. Let's start with... Let's re-roll the mysteries. Yeah, this one. So, freaky feature of found footage. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about a local folklore and legends of a nearby forest. Now, on the first anniversary of their disappearance, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He claims to be a private investigator hired by the parents of the students. It's the parents of your friend that didn't hire him. Who is he, and what did the students discover out there? So we'll investigate the mansion twice. So as you see, you have stuff here, and then you have checks that are rolled in the background. And that's kind of how it works. So my highest is strength, dex, perception. No, my highest is strength, perception, and knowledge. I got 4 out of 10 dex, 5 charisma, and 5 fun. And FND is funds. So that's like stuff you can buy with. Alright, let's investigate the school quick. What'd I get? Nice. We will equip that. Boom. And there are events like that one where depending on what you pick, you lose another thing. You lose time. So the way you can go is you either lose stamina, which is health, lose reason, which is like your sanity, or you get to 100% doom. 100% doom is time. Basically, if you spend too much time screwing around, the old god shows up. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yikes. That's combat, right? Oh boy. And so now you see what just happened. We completed the mystery, read the conclusion, and now the town status has changed. Freaky Flood. Exploring the seaside location has a chance of inflicting drenched status. And now we got a key in there. That's going in storage. Alright, let's take a shower. What do we actually want? I think we want a small EXP boost. So then we get a new level. So basically, then you get to add +1 or +4 to health or your health. +1 to any stat or +4 to your health. I'm liking knowledge and I'm liking perception. So let's do that. All right, what's our next mystery? Macabre manicure. Gather gossip. So you gather gossip at the schoolyard. I overheard my parents talking about a horrible accident. They said that the girl's father went mad from the grief. It's been hard to get any sleep lately. How'd you do on your English exam? Did you hear? There's a cliff nearby with strangely shaped holes. Okay, leave. Could the killing have anything to do with the father who lost his daughter in an accident? Maybe. With no leads, trip to the police station could be useful. Your friend's cousin works there, and she can help you. Time is of the essence. Okay. And by the way, story stuff is up here. I realize now my face is blocking the way. Because I love you guys. Nope, that's not what I want to move. So go ahead and move myself down here. Perfect. You won't really be missing that much. Okay, we're gonna go to downtown. Investigate downtown. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. It looks like someone or something tore out his throat. Check his wound for clues. They didn't tear out his throat, but instead carved an occult symbol with something sharp. Try to remember the shape and escape before anyone returns. Okay, we're gonna go to the schoolyard. A weird bubbling sound lures you to the dark shower room. On the floor, you find a swimsuit thrown over a grotesque leathery coil. Wait, that's not a coil. Drain swimmer. There's a lot of stamina damage. Yikes. Okay, that's not good. Oh boy. The victims of the serial killer seem to be chosen randomly. Okay, no, I gotta rest, hold on. I gotta get some stamina and reason back. Alright, here we go. Crap, okay. To the hospital. Investigate the hospital. You struggle to help the man, but you both fall down the stairs. The man's cast breaks and you scream. Underneath the cast, they're seething, sore, frothing with green bubbles. The man smiles, his smile way too wide for his face. Nice. Now I gotta go in. Not great. Alright, I'm gonna grab that. It gives me more XP. Alright, we'll investigate the killer encounter here just to see if we live or not. On your way to the next room, you stop the tall man wearing a dirty kabuki mask. He is talking to a woman and slowly reaching into his pocket. My dex is not good. You slide that quickly and run between the pair screaming. A panic woman flees, but the masked man grabs you by your neck. Before you can protest, he takes off a pair of pliers out of his pocket and rips off one of your nails. Why? Perception check. The door is locked. Okay, we're in the mortuary. Here we go. Is that a human nail? The masked man from behind the door, and you barely... The kabuki pillar revealing his gruesome artwork. An unfinished style statue of a child made from human nails. Suddenly, the statue springs to life and bites the man's neck. The serial killer is visibly confused and tries to stop the bleeding as a geyser of blood paints the whole mortuary red. The being's face slowly turns towards you. Ew. Oh, he's got 27 HP. we go. I don't have a very good feeling about this. Yikes, okay. Not looking great. Oh, thank God. The horrible nails beast finally— what's up, Solitaire? The horrible nails beast finally stops moving. Knowing you won't be able to explain to the police, you trigger the fire alarm and escape before anyone arrives. Oh God, okay. Yep. You take 4 stamina. Time skip. Nice. Okay. Yep, the Wikipedia logo. You are currently not investigating any weird mystery. Shower. We are going to gain some stamina. 'll do this one. Investigate the seaside. Alright, gonna help me. Yes, so this is a horror game called World of Horror, and it is a Call of Cthulhu game in which you have some stuff to do here. There's a story happening up here. You have a character, you have these stats, and you fight some pretty weird shit. Inspired by Junji Ito and like Lovecraft stuff. Right now I gotta go to the illegal den. I don't have enough money. Cool. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I am in no position to face this person. What's the curse I got? Oh boy. Yep. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn, stitched unsuspecting guests together. Her final gruesome artwork. But that's just a legend, right? On the sewing machine, you spot a strange engraving. When you get close to investigate it, your mind is flooded with forbidden knowledge. You leave the room quickly. I'm gonna take that hit. I'm gonna take that hit. Ah. I can do it. Okay. Ooh. Lifting the box, you feel your back cracking, but you manage to get it all over with relatively. That's a nice priest. A nice guy. What a nice guy. You feel watched. Oh, I had all that reason. It's gone now. Ah, 2 reasons. Can't afford it. Gotta run away. Oh, not going well. Not going well at all. Unholy chants coming from the caves connected to the mansion must have driven the family insane. With no connection to the outside world, they fed on what they had, themselves. However, this doesn't explain the fresh corpse and wet tracks around the altar. History of a household hell, ending C. Rewards for solving this mystery. 30 experience. Continue. Oh, I leveled up. Give me some reason. I'll take that. Blood Moon. The Crimson Moon spotted over Shiokawa keeps everyone on edge. All enemies get an additional 20 power. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, you're home. That's bad. That is really bad. What do I need? I probably need more, reason. Now for the harder ones. These ones you have to go out of town to face. I'm gonna start with this one. So you're teching into the mansion of a mad artist. Let's check it out. You finally arrived at the mansion's gate. You are afraid you will never be able to remove the lingering, musty smell of wetlands from your clothes. Now, where is everyone? Let's find out, shall we? Cursed Grimoire. Let's go burn it. I need to save the Doom. -3 Doom, gotcha. We continue our search. To the forest, the thicket. Mask Festival. They are preparing for something. A sense of dread creeps over you as the masked people are swarming through the store. You realizing to act fast if you want to have any chance of surviving. There is too many gone. Crouching next to the moss-covered stone is a woman. Hello? Are you here for Ichiro-san's paint showcase of the newest painting? Ah, where are my manners? My name is Amy, and I'm a curator of the art gallery in Shiokawa. Amy smiles. Ichiro-san is in the mansion somewhere, I'm sure. I'll help you look for him, but I want to catalog these, she says, pointing to the rock. I'm gonna stick with, her. Okay. All right. Headless mannequin. Okay, how am I gonna fight this? It is 3-all. That's 25 power. Ah, but we can do this. There are countless paintings hung on the walls of this mansion. All of them show alien landscapes and weird humanoids dancing around in circles. You don't recognize any of them, but the technique used is unmistakable. Ichiro-san painted these. Boarded up building. Okay, I'm gonna do a spell. Yeah, that was worth it. Okay. You head towards the room, hoping to find the painter himself. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Countless spoons fly out of a cover. Rumu Ghost. Spiritual actions. Do I have any funds? I gotta run away. I can't. Ooh. Can I run away? No, I can't. Alright, spiritual actions it is. 8 times. I can get 4 severs in, which is gonna be 8. I don't think I'm gonna make it, so I'm gonna have to use funds. Okay, can I brace? I think I have to escape. I don't see myself living. You instinctively grab Amy, who almost faints at the sight of the room you both enter. Every visible surface is covered in obscene paintings and grotesque monster faces. Ichiro-san sits alone in front of an empty canvas when he notices you two. My biggest fan, Miss Amy, and you are here. He stands up and comes closer, looking at you from behind his dark glasses. Would you please be kind to wait in the foyer? I need Miss Amy to help me with the latest painting. Amy looks at you. I am not leaving without Amy. No time for it. Perfect. No, you can't leave Amy with that creepy man, no matter how famous he is. You quickly go back into the room and gasp. You can't stop my work now. 5 reason. I'll try, I might die. Can this even work? How much does the attack do? 5 damage. That's really bad. Okay. You've managed to finally defeat the horrible Eldritch being and destroy the canvas it used as a portal. Suspecting the Eldritch being will use other canvases to return, you and Amy both take time to burn every painting in the mansion. Okay. Heart of Darkness. The imposing shadow is getting longer each day. You're home. Okay. Yeah, I need more reason. Allies and perks. What does Amy add? Completing a mystery regains 1 reason. That's pretty great, actually. Saves my butt. We have one more mystery. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you for a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen? You ask yourself as you board the bus. Today's goal. Explore the weird village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, a janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone is waiting for you? Just when you thought a fat man wearing dusty overalls approached you. It's the inn owner who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. Continue. Progress this mystery, choose actions that will advance the plot. As you learn about the terrible secret of this village, more actions will unlock. The inn's room's dusty and looks like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone has cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of activities, available activities, relying on the table. Ornstein sounds good. The hot springs feels great. Finally, you can relax for a bit and enjoy the warm water. Resolve this event. Got your stamina back, that's good. Enjoy the festival. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. Let's see souvenirs we got. Kayaki. -2 Doom. There's still a lot of events left. I have to take the pancakes. It's so weird, but I gotta do it. Let's explore the weird village a bit, see what we got. Despite your best efforts, you feel bad. Okay. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything, but you get ready to go back to bed when suddenly the moon comes out from behind the thick clouds. Bleh. 3 hooded figures are standing at the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? Who are they? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest and try to find more information about the festival? Explore the forest. Let's see what we got in there. You discover an old campsite located at the edge. No luck. There. Would you like to test your luck at this fine game? Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They're talking about something awakening at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. It's not safe here. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival is ending tomorrow and you can't be too careful. Explore the forest. Let's see what's going on. Small shrine. Oh, God. Alright, we gotta relax a bit. Today's goal, find the missing people. Trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. 4 actions until sunrise. Okay, we're gonna try it. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. Okay, we gotta keep going. When you find a well-dressed man sitting on the rock in the middle of the forest, you get closer. However, you discover that he's wearing a realistic mask that falls to the ground. Do you have a moment to speak about this product? Dream salesman. And I can add 2 meditations in. we're gonna do a strong attack, and I think we can add just a regular attack in there. Crap. Okay. Get a grip. -1 reason. That's really bad. Enter overgrown factory. Struggle. What's this? Summoning the ritual must be stopped at all costs. I gotta run away. The loud bang, the ancient horror disappears through the high priest, falls to the floor. The last thing you see before blacking out are beams of fast flashlights and the hand of a police officer saving you from falling. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual blood and eldritch being. The village is abandoned, with no trace of blood anywhere. You're the only one seeing the ancient horror. Time passes +1 day, ammo stash +1 bullet. Amy +1 reason, +1 stamina, +1 funds. I'll take some reason. Arcane Storm. Okay. Alright, let's take a bath. Gain some stamina. And that's it. We've done all the mysteries. So now what we do is we go to the lighthouse. Alright, open. Enter the lighthouse. Here we go. Start climbing. Following the winding staircase, you're like, stop, wait a minute. Someone broke into your apartment, stole all the newspaper clippings, and pinned them here. The more you study them, you discover you can't remember any of them, except for one. Select the title of the second mystery you investigate. Correct answer. You rip the newspaper clipping you seem to remember. Underneath it, a tiny button. Press it, and with a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. A cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. The power box itself is covered in weird, moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes makes your eyes itch and water. But to power the gate, you'll need to disconnect it. Try it. Okay. Following the winding. Okay. 3 reason. That's not great. Finding a switch. Not enough dexterity. Oh. We didn't make it. You're too late. When you arrive at the museum, the firefighters are already struggling to contain the spreading fire. You manage to slip past the police and run inside. You make your way inside the exhibition hall as your skin gets charred. The last thing you see is Uthotu, finally breaking free from its marble casket. You've perished. Cause of death. Perished in the hecatomb. Oh my gosh. I was so close too. Oh, okay. We're gonna try one more, but this time I'm actually gonna try to unlock something. So we have wrong book. Goizo, the thing forsaken by God. Vanished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through reflective glass. The glimpses behind your reflections are just the beginning of a real nightmare. Old God's rule, resting at home raises doom, okay? There we go. Now we get to select two. I'm going to do the police station and the shop in downtown. At home, rest, prepare. Schoolyard and school nurse. I can't use guns, so legal den doesn't help me. Alright, confirm and continue. Ooh, nice. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Runaway Jacket, Cult of the Corn, BHP. We'll do Cult of the Corn. Alright, let's see the mysteries we got. Rotten report of rancid ramen. Yeah, I'm down with this. Let's do, skin jellyfish. Mysterious myth of Medusa metamorphosis. Everyone's talking about this weird giant jellyfish ambushing swimmers. Even the local biology teacher can't identify the species as more and more people end up hurt badly. You remember from reading an article that a famous marine biologist is spending his vacation in the city. Maybe you should seek help from him. The famous biologist is spending his vacation at the seaside. You need to take a bus there. Let's prepare. Like that. Need to investigate the school multiple times. Wish I had a library, dang it. Check out the masks. Karukosa mask. Faster spiritual actions. I'll do it. Nice. Get lost. That's just the best. Vengeful athlete. Some scientists say certain medusas don't age, constantly growing in size. Desperate solution. A woman bumps into you as she runs from a beauty parlor. Before you can say anything, you notice her face. She's carved out her own eyes. If I can't see it, she cries, it can't see me, right? You shudder. Seeing a faint vision of Goizo reflected in the beauty parlor's mirrors. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you know how it is. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people, they are preparing for something. They hiding something? I'll take the reason hit. I ain't got enough funds. Funds are not doing so well. I only got $1. I got $1. Yep. Okay. Oh wait, I can sell these. I didn't even think about that. Let's see what the demon mask does. +1 damage, -4 mass stamina. Nope. Oh we gotta investigate the mansion, but first, I think I can go to the hardware shop. I'll do that. Investigate the mansion. I needed to go to the store. I was out. I had nothing to attack enemies with. And of course, the second I do that, there's doom involved. Okay, hold on. Alright, we got some reason. The tides, the rise and fall of the sea level changes the coastline. The low tide reveals a semi-sunken cave, which corresponds to the point marked on the map. Reluctantly, you enter. This low tide reveals a semi-sunken cave. Is this the place where the biologist was running their experiment? Whatever you decide to do, you should hurry. When the high tide comes, the whole cave will be submerged underwater, potentially trapping you there. You explore the cave, trying not to slip and fall into the cold water. You hear some weird noise coming from behind a corner. You brace yourself. A humanoid creature seems to have no skin. Its black blood courses through yellow veins. Its pale sinew and powerful muscles are visible. It screams and lunges at your direction. Waves violently crash against the rock as the gory horror begins to circle you. Meat horror. Okay, we gotta hit this with all we got. Only after the meat horror falls to the ground dead do you notice a bag further down the cave. Inside, you find a bunch of neatly folded clothes and a journal. It belongs to the famous marine biologist you were looking for. The last entry dates back to when the jellyfish attack started. The ancient tablet I found when exploring the caves near Shirakawa has, for the lack of a better word, cursed me. I can't explain this, but every other night my skin slips off my body as if it has a mind of its own. It always returns to me in the morning. I just have to wait in the cave where the tablet was. What is happening to me? What will happen to the giant skin jellyfish without its host's body? You have no idea, and hopefully you will never learn the answer yourself. Yeesh. Price hike. Preparing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything. Make it harder to find what you want. Nice. That's cool. We are going to go ahead and use that to get some stamina back. We're going to refill the water, and then we're going to get a small EXP boost because we need it. Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids. Rotten report of a rancid ramen. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. Once people take a bite, they can't stop. Day and night, the queues stretch out the door. With the shambling customers stuff themselves with dish after dish, while the blind owner sits silently behind the counter, grinning and polishing his gleaming knives. You are determined to cover what makes this ramen so enticing. What is its true power? Dog meat? Human meat? The flesh of the gods themselves? Dumpster dive. New, what do we got? The Thought Flash. Lower Doom by 3. Cost 15 XP. We'll see. I'll see if I can get some more. We'll see if we get anything before the last one. You sneak into the alley in the dead of night. Gagging, you look through the restaurant's garbage. It's all vile pulp, though a few chunk of meats look like promising samples. Smelly meat. Rancid meat of an unknown source. Investigate downtown. Lamau. Resolve this event. Oh, we'll investigate downtown. Sitting in a restaurant, you were interrupted by Jaeger. Excuse me, are you Mr. Wakamatsu? There's someone on the phone asking for you. Feeling a cold sweat, you follow behind the counter, and the familiar voice of the club leader greets you and he warns you about the ramen you're eating. Boom, baby. Investigate lab. Vial plus meat. You look at the charts and you cannot believe your eyes. While the standard test didn't detect anything weird, adding drops of human blood revealed something horrible. Whatever this thing is made of, it's alive, beating a soft pulse against the glass. Your friend leaves you with the papers, muttering an excuse and preparing to flee town on the next train. Prepared for a fight, you march down to the restaurant. However, you find no eldritch horror to duel. Instead, you're shocked to find nothing but a gap in the street. You ignore the distraught customers still lining up where they remember the entrance. Investigating the grounds, you see something glisten where the kitchen used to be. Cautiously, you look at the chunk of meat and then jump back with a yell. As it flexes, it opens a weary eye, grins, and wanders off on stubby back claws. You walk home shaken. In your head, you hear the weird ramen breathing in it. You hear the weird ramen breathing in its bowl. You only stop to throw up on the street. Yeah. Cut off from the outside world. The whole town stopped receiving signal. It must be the radio mast failure. I could use some stamina regaining. Alright. Ooh, let's do shunned. Let's do freaky feature of found footage. Let's investigate this mystery. Investigate the mansion twice. Oh, nice. It's a bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man who's standing in your way. Our company, fortunately, specializes in cases like yours and will gladly help you get back on track. After all, he takes a step closer and you could swear there's a faint smell of rust around the man. Everyone has something to sell. Jar of blood, fondest memory, peace of mind. Let's do fondest memory. Everything suddenly gets dark. You feel sad, You can't even tell why. In your pocket, you find an envelope with cash inside. 3 regions, 2 funds. Yep, this is why you do not want to accidentally run out of money, because that guy shows up and takes away something. Well. See what's in downtown. Just keep following. It's almost been a year since your childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wanted to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Help your friend. Strength check. Failure. While moving the wardrobe through the doorway, you take a strong step and sprain your ankle. It's nothing serious, but you have a problem walking for a few days. Yeah. I don't have charisma. Oh crap. Alright, well, I botched it. Alright, well, tried our best. A new level. Oh, I see. Okay, I think we can do this one. We're gonna eat it. You thought it was just a discarded pile of clothes, suddenly moves as it stands up, a cloud of white powder is released in the air. God dang it. Okay. This has been wildly unfortunate. Oh, thank God. Take the cassettes and run. Freaky Flood. Cool. Take the key. What's in our storage? Some taiyaki. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that for some reason. All the flesh. What's in here? 5 stamina, adds a new status. What's the status? Imamsu look. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and drink the water. We're gonna go ahead and refill and get some reason. Perfect. Okay, we have 2 left. We'll do mermaids. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He's collected every scrap of the legend about them in his school basement. He's decided it's time to make one of his own, using unfortunate students' bodies as materials. I'm sorry, what? I beg your pardon. Goblin seal! I'm actually gonna run away on this one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll investigate the seaside. All right. Brace yourself. Yeah, that's great. Gotta go to the witch's tree. Investigate the school. Let's see what's going on. Stubborn receptionist. Getting access to the student database would certainly speed up your investigation, but the receptionist would ever allow it. If only there was a way to make her go away for a while. Wasted time. Investigate the school. Investigate the morbid school. Nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotted fish guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. You cover your mouth as you slowly retreat. A vast flock of seagulls outside viciously attack the windows. Investigate downtown, I guess. Despite your best effort, you feel like the neighborhood is changing. Do you have anything in storage? No. Keep investigating downtown, I guess. Lift the heavy... Yes, I'm gonna lift the heaviest box. Because I've got milk. Let's investigate the school. Drink some stamina. Investigate the morbid school. You bust through the door to the janitorial closet, but it's already too late. The missing girl is lying dirty on a dirty mattress, her upper torso at least. The tail of the fish has been crudely shown in place of her legs. She was too weak and died. Maybe you'll do. Distract him. The mad janitor is stepping over the body when he suddenly stops, noticing irritation. The gills. You're the one I've been looking for all my life. He falls on his knees and raises his hands, not noticing a movement behind him. The girl suddenly springs a knife with a deafening shriek. She jumps on the hypnotized janitor and starts choking him. His last words chill your bone. The sea will claim you back. Pass out. Police officers find you a few hours later. No trace of the mad janitor is found, but you will sleep a little better tonight knowing that the other students are safe. Words of the janitor echo in your head. You can't help but shudder hearing the sounds of the waves crashing on the beach or the sounds of something coming out of the water. Ending D. Imamsu curse. The sea will claim you back. Continue. What do I got? Some strength would be nice, actually. Blood moon, alright. Let's go to my home. think the reason would be nicer. One more. Vicious verses of a violent vigil. You've received an official-looking letter. What does a law firm from Tokyo want from you? Whoa. Yeah, it's a great question. What does a law firm from Tokyo want with me? We regret to inform you of the passing of our client and your grand uncle. The funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil for the client's request. There's an address and a list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigued, you decide to check it out yourself. What's the worst that could happen? Following the directions from the letter, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times, but where is everybody? Explore that mansion, yo. Who's that? The young woman wrinkles her nose when she notices you. You can swear you've seen the symbol engraved on her necklace before. You didn't get this with a letter? Here, take mine. Okay, what time is it? It is 10 p.m. Pray over the body. Clap, bow, clap, bow. Inspect his foot. Clap, bow, clap, bow. I think you got the order right. Alright, explore the mansion. Here we go. Light up fireplace. 11. I did what the visual pamphlet told me to do. Rayo, okay. Corpses are strung up on wire like macabre marionettes. Pray over body. Bow, 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 clap. Inside the wardrobe, you can find. The body. It's missing. What's going on here? Where is everybody? Okay. They're all gone, I guess. Countless spoons fly out of a cupboard. Nah, I got enough doom. This is not worth the fight. Not worth the fight. Oh, you guys are back. What does the vigil pamphlet say? Feed the plant in the study with blood. Or wait, is that the case? Oh, 1 a.m. is... It's 1 a.m., right? Yeah, it's nothing. Okay. Burn it. Ah! Kill them. Weird. Alright, I think I did everything correctly. Let's see. 3 a.m. Cover the mirror. Look for the way out. As the visual is nearing its end, the walls of the corridor collapse, revealing an alien landscape. You can taste blood in your mouth as the slimy appendages slowly get closer. A voice in your head tells you what to do. Where are you? Sacrifice the guest, carve the cursed symbol. Okay. That was a lot of doom. The contract is void. A voice booms in your head as everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the grass, the old mansion nowhere to be seen. Next to you are the other guests, as confused as you. Everything feels like a bad dream. Was the man claiming to be your granduncle really trying to cheat death itself? You and the other family members finally exit the forest and leave the nightmare of it behind. One thing is more certain, though. You will never open any more letters from by law firms from Tokyo. Continue. Oh, nice. You've done it. To the lighthouse. We should be good. Start climbing. Okay. We'll drink that. We're gonna get hit real hard. Following up the staircase, you were stopped by, wait a minute. Someone has been taking photos focused on you. There are photos you fought with something, but you can't precisely say what. The second enemy you fought this run. I think it was meat horror. Correct answer. Thank God. Okay. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. If there's a switch inside, you'll have to risk getting cut by numerous glass shards. Not enough dexterity. Alright, wow. Resisting the unknown horror was taking its toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries. Alone, as the dust settles upon your open eyes, reality starts to crumble. The old god is ready to return once more. I can't believe it. Ugh. Well, we didn't get a victory this time. But we can't. Not all of them can be winners. But anyway, thank you all for joining me for this Halloween special. Being World of Horror. I would like to make this a yearly tradition just to play this game. I think it'd be fun for the Halloween upload. Hopefully we'll still be going next year. So, because I based it off Vinny Vinesauce, one of my favorite streamers, who makes a, you know, a tradition out of it, and I would like to make a tradition out of it as well, because it's a really cool game. It's also pretty cheap, so if you're interested, don't forget to go check it out. It's on Steam. But, thank you all so much for watching the stream. If you watched on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for those of you on YouTube, have a happy, spooky Halloween. I'll see you around, guys.
One.